Speaking of any given Saturday, we got the Cinderella stories in this college football playoff, and guess what? I used to be one of these guys that spoke about Cinderella, and I'm not going to step on the point that I am going to make about Cinderella. But speaking of Cinderella, we have games on TNT. Do you believe in miracles? We have a game on TNT. The James Madison Dukes are heading out all the way from Harrisonburg or wherever in Virginia. They're going to Oregon, 20-point spread, and so is Tulane playing against Pete Golding and Ole Miss. What do you think about these group of 5 teams being involved in this tournament? Is it really any given Saturday?
Man, I feel like Al Pacino right now. Like I'm about to give you that speech, like game of inches. We're going to fight for that inch.
To run through a wall?
Yeah, run through a wall. That speech was amazing. But before I continue, shout out to all my JMU people. You know who you are. I spent some good times, some Halloween parties, great times in JMU. Really, really love that place. Beautiful campus.
Did you have the Scooby-Doo Johnny Manziel outfit?
No, actually, you want to know what we were
Let's go.
I was Popeye. My buddy was the tight end.
The guns, Popeye?
No, I was just like a sailor, but I just call myself Popeye.
Yeah.
My one boy was the tight end for the Ravens at the time, Pitta. Remember him?
Dennis?
Yeah, Dennis Pitta.
Dennis.
And Joe Flacco. So random, but we dominated.
That is so
We
random.
dominated JMU. We hung out with the football team. We hung out with the hockey team.
Lax?
No lax. I don't even think they had lax at the time. This is like back when I was in college. But JMU at the time was going for a similar scenario. They had college game day that weekend when I was there, Halloween weekend. I hope nobody finds the exact date and time.
Yeah, because people now are going to comb through those files to find some kegs in the front yard. Some kegs, some beach balls.
Great times. But so before I
Halloween
get into this,
party, it is the best college day, probably St. Patrick's Day, but I think
what
Halloween.
School you go to, but JMU they have a really good really good Halloween really good Halloween team, and
outfits.
This also happens to be during football, and they happen to be a good team. But
always
that
been
year,
good at football.
Yeah, always been good. I believe that year they won the FCS championship.
Was it with our friend? Was it Sig or was Sig and Elon? Was it Coach Signetti?
It was Sig. Yeah.
Sig.
But great time. But before I keep going, I don't want to hurt any JMU fans, but let's just be realistic here. Like them and Tulane. First off, Tulane, you have 2 teams playing each other without their head coaches. Summerall is being allowed to coach in this, I believe.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Lane Kiffin is not on the other side. And then you have JMU. Great story. There is nothing wrong with JMU, but you see the shirt you're wearing right now. Do you really think they stand a chance? Do you even think they stand a chance? I don't.
Hell no.
But
no, I'm getting ready for Miami, bro. I'm getting ready for that article.
Right, but in the season of this segment, I hate to say it, but football is the type of gladiator sport where, if you just got dogs on your side of the field, the athleticism can match up. You can scheme up a ugly win. You can get that, but I just don't see it. Although JMU
it's
does
not
have
like basketball.
No, it's not like
where
basketball.
You can hit some threes, and now it's even getting harder in college basketball, and that'll be a segment for another day about these Cinderellas. But
JMU does have one of the best
Bob Chesney, by the way, is leaving to go to UCLA. Mm-hmm. You said that they have a great offensive coordinator?
No, they have one of the best offenses in the country.
Oh, yes. Do you know some of the guys on that offense, or just tell us about their scheme?
So they run like a spread. They air it out. To be honest with you, JMU they like to run and gun. They are pretty much a team that is a lot in the shotgun formation. They throw a lot, and they have good skills for their schedule, but
they spread you out.
But actually, it's funny that the committee matched this up because what's Oregon's weakness is the pass game. They don't have the best pass game, but they are much more physical than JMU. Although, I will say, I met some people at JMU where I looked at them and I was like, damn, bro, you are the body of an NFL guy, but you just play at JMU.
So you're talking about, Oregon does have a really good secondary. I mean, they have Flowers, they have some guys in the back end that are great, and then you have Mateo and you have Blake Purchase, you have these guys, Tatum, Toyota, like the defensive line of Oregon, Betcher.
I mean, they have names.
This is a really good. This is a good defense, and then you look at Oregon on offense, Whittington and Dyer Hill. They're going to be able to pound JMU. So I think that it's going to be a real uphill climb. The point is, like, I used to be this guy that, like, I love the Cinderella story, whether it be college basketball. My favorite team was, like, Northern Iowa. You look at George Mason, or remember Dunk City.
Yeah,
remember
Dunk City, man. And remember the great run with Sister, what was her name?
Jean.
Yeah, Sister Jean, Loyola Chicago.
Yeah, Loyola Chicago.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan of these small teams, but the more I think about it, they have to win 4 games to win the national championship.
Yeah.
I do want there to be a kick-ass group of 5 championship.
I think so too. I think that
I'm actually there. I used to be the guy that hated that wanted them to be included and wanted the David versus Goliath. Like, I looked at Boise State, Oklahoma, but it isn't just one game. And now I just think to run the table as a non-power 5, it is so damn hard. Maybe unless you're just exceptional like those old Boise teams. Maybe if you're that rarely good.
Yeah, but even back then, like, we never got to see it because of the way the format was. Like, even that UCF team, 13-0, like, you can claim all you want that you had a great season, but until you play the best, and that's back to the whole scheduling thing. Like, that's why I believe that we're in such a weird state right now where you just don't know what could happen in a game. Like, maybe JMU does go storm the field on them. Like, who knows? Like, we don't know.
Well, last year, let's think about the group of 5 that was in it last year. We had Penn State killing Boise. We had Indiana, Oregon, Tennessee. Wow. Oh, no. We did have Boise State, Penn State. That's what was crazy about it, was Boise State got that bye. That's why it was all kind of messed up.
It was insane.
That's why it was all messed up. But the Big 12, I believe, like, you got to be like USF. Like, you got to beat Florida. You actually have to beat Miami. You have to run the gauntlet. Mm-hmm. And I think the teams will have the chance to do that.
I think so, too.
And then we'll have a group of 5 championship if you don't get into the
I think that's what they should do, but unfortunately, no one's going to be on board for that because they all waved that, like, well, we need a chance. We earned it.
Do you think it's finances too?
Yeah,
Do you think that plays a huge part? And that's what the August can be used for, is these bye games with these kind of smaller schools. But you have JMU, Bob Chesney. It's an absolute powerhouse. I think it's a total uphill climb. But guess what? I think Tulane in this one scenario, you mentioned Pete Golding not having Lane Kiffin. I really think Tulane has a chance.
I think so, because Summerall's a great coach, but the talent level, like, is just such a disparity. Like, again, SEC is a world apart from these these group of 5 teams.
From the American Conference.
Yeah, it's not even close. Like, they're not even in the same, like, ballpark in terms of, like, NIL money. Like, it's actually insane. Like, don't get me wrong, there have been some great players that have transferred and, you know, proven themselves, but they, like, that guy that transferred is now on these SEC teams. Like, we have so many different. We could go on and on naming
about
names.
Examples. Like, even Noah Whittington, who's at Oregon, is from Western Kentucky.
Wasn't Trinidad also?
Yeah, Trinidad Chambliss. You have Diego Pavia. You even have Mendoza. A lot of these quarterbacks, a lot of these wide receiver talents.
Yeah, but they are
all from these smaller levels.
Yeah, but that was like the one guy that was the best player that was carrying that team all year, and then it's like every guy on this roster was not just a guy that could have gone there, but was like,
you know what would be great if there's a way that, say you develop somebody, like, I'll give a random example of a quarterback like Austin Reed, who played at North Florida. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll slow it down.
No, keep going. I'm listening because I think I know where you're going with this.
I believe that if you develop these talented guys and then the bigger schools take that player, you should get money for your school for developing that player.
Ooh.
And finding that diamond in the rough.
I'm not going to lie. I really, really love that idea. But the problem, though, is...
Oh, we almost had him.
But with the NIL being a player-driven format where, like, they're trying to seek the top dollar, the players aren't going to give up. Like, sure, you can come to some agreement.
The player doesn't. In this example, the player won't lose.
No, they won't. Money. But the school... like the player's deciding to leave. The school that is getting it isn't gonna want to pay that. He's like, he wants me. It's like that girlfriend.
That's hilarious. You know? They'll say this guy isn't that good. This guy, like they'll say to the school. They'll say to the player, you actually have holes in your game. Like, maybe.
You know, they're obviously everybody, when it comes to money, everybody's going to nickel and dime. And that, like the NCAA has been the nickel and dimer of forever.
But they're gone.
But I mean, like that school.
They are gone now.
Yeah. But that school that gets that player is going to go, well, why should I pay you? And he wants to come to me. You know what I mean? Like, he wants us. It's not like we want him from you. That'd be a different story. Like if you are a guy that's like maybe we can add something where like when you have recruiting, maybe you can allow coaches to go to some of these. But then I don't know. It's just too much like too much variables.
These lower teams, like I want them to get rewarded for having
a great
but
player that's something
that they rise up.
Right, but that's like a give and take with like do you give a college football committee enough power to instill that, and do you trust them to not like abuse?
Maybe you have it'd be interesting to have like a portal draft, like a portal rankings and a portal draft.
Waiver wire.
Subjective.
Like if you're a guy that's taking like 15 guys, you shouldn't be allowed to take like the next. Maybe
it's all public. Maybe it's all public. Maybe it's all public. This is something that we're going to workshop. This can be a whole nother segment about the smaller school making money based off a commit, because you're right, it's subjective. And then a player can get injured, or it could be situational where a really talented guy is at a lower level, but he goes to a situation with a great coach where like he gets really good. Like Malik Benson played at Oregon. He's from a community college. Mm-hmm. He went to Alabama. It was a bad situation there. He was at Florida State. Guess what? Horrible situation.
Awful.
Terrible offensive coordinator. And then he went to Dan Lanning, and bam, Malik Benson pops.
Yeah, but also
the talent was always there.
Yeah.
And the development was done. So...
But be careful. What happens if we fix it? And now, are we going to become the new commissioners of college football? I don't know.
I might be down for that. It depends how much money you pay us.
I'm starting to question a lot of these pundits, a lot of these like commissioners or athletic directors. Like, what do you do? What's your job, man? Like, you guys don't have any answers here. But we might.
Spoiler.
We might.
They might not do anything. They might not. They might be going to sleep at like 9 o'clock and not watching these games.
Oh, we know they're not watching these games.
They're not watching.